Lake Michigan. It has made Chicago the city that it is now. We have become a more thriving city because of the lake. We have become a more healthy city because of the lake. We have become a more arrogant city because of the lake.
Our abundant source of water has become so common and insignificant that our perception of it has become that it is an unlimited source to our disposal. It must be recognized that while our lake is abundant, it is still finite.
The Metropolitan Planning Council, or MPC, has been around since 1934 in order to shape Chicago into a more prosperous and sustainable region. Josh Ellis has been with MPC since 2006. He manages MPC's water resources protection initiatives and now works with state, regional, and local leaders on strategies to manage Illinois' finite water resources.
The city of Chicago uses a lot of water because we have a lot of people here, okay? We have an old infrastructure system, we have old pipes, okay? They were installed, many of them were installed after the fire that destroyed the city. Many of the pipes are 100 years old, some are older than that, and a 100-year pipe starts to leak. And we do have some problems here in the city with leakage from pipes, okay? The city government is trying to replace those, but it takes time. The other big problem we have here in Chicago with our water is stormwater management. When it rains, there's a lot of water that runs off the streets and into the sewer. Most people don't think of that as being a water supply problem, but it really is. Because of the rules with our Lake Michigan water, all that rain, before we reversed the Chicago River, all that rain would have flowed into the lake eventually. So all that rain that now goes into the sewer and heads off the other direction counts as water we took out of the lake. Right? So between the leakage from the system and this stormwater loss that counts as water we took out of Lake Michigan, but of course we never used it for anything, we do lose a tremendous amount of water. The stormwater portion is approximately 500 million gallons per day on average. Okay, that's a lot of water. Okay, yeah. That's as much as all of the suburbs consume in groundwater in a day. Twice as much. Sorry, it's a lot of water. Okay, and the leakage is, I'm not sure how much, tens of millions of gallons a day. Right, lots of water, and that doesn't include any leaks in your house, in your store, in your factory, whatever. Now, do we leak or waste or lose more or less than other cities? I don't know. Lots of cities that are the same age as Chicago, your New Yorks, your Philadelphias, your Bostons, have the same problems we do, right? Here, because water is relatively inexpensive, right? It's $2 for 1,000 gallons, right? That creates this other problem of, you only fix the pipe when you're going to save more by fixing it than you spent on fixing it, right? In a place like Phoenix or a place like Las Vegas, where the water's a lot more expensive, right? It makes sense a lot sooner to fix the pipe than it does here.
The process of fixing pipes in Chicago is a grueling one that will take up an enormous amount of time. While time may be something that is out of our immediate control, there are still ways to increase revenue from fixing these pipes. Instead of wasting our money on purchasing bottled water, we could be paying the city for their tap water.
I was in the store the other day in the Dominick's up on Chicago Avenue, and I heard this argument between a couple people behind me. It was, looked like college-age students, and they were buying adult beverages for a party that they were having, right? And it's important to stay hydrated when you're consuming alcohol. And so they were having this argument over whether to buy some bottled water or just to use the tap water. And I would go with the tap water. And that's what one of the girls was saying. You know, the tap water's fine. It's healthy. It's probably healthier than the bottled water. And she's absolutely right. The more we drink bottled water, the less revenue we're paying to the city for their water.
If water waste continues how it is now, the only way to keep our precious water will be for the water department to charge more money for its services. We cannot continue to take Lake Michigan for granted. The longer we wait to work together to find a solution to save more water, the more our options become black and white. If we wait too long, we will have to come to the decision that we either pay an even greater sum when our main water pipes break or settle with the bare minimum of our source of life.